right, ladies and gentlemen, we are working on 3.2 today. Now, what I'd like you to draw in your red notebook, and if you don't have it yet, you need to pause to go get it. Let's go ahead and draw a rectangle. Now, we know with rectangles, our top and our bottom are the same, and our sides are the same. Now, mine is not perfect, but that is okay. What I'd like you to recognize is that this rectangle, let's pretend it's a rectangular pool. And it has a width of 7 feet. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what the length is. So I want you to listen carefully. This rectangular pool is 3 times as long as it is wide. We're going to draw an equation for that. 3 times as long as it is wide. So I know it's 7 feet wide, and I know it's 3 times as long. And that's going to give me my length. So does anybody know what 7 times 3 is? Well, hopefully you said it is 21. So we're going to write 21 feet on the bottom. All right, so now if I said to you, I want to figure out the perimeter. The perimeter equals length plus width plus width. So we know our lengths are 21. So underneath your formula, you're going to write 21 plus 21 and add those two together because those are our lengths. Now, next to that, you're going to add our widths together. 7 plus 7 equals 14. But we're not done. You need to add your lengths plus your width. So 42 plus 14 equals P, because that's our perimeter. Remember, perimeter goes all the way around the rectangle. All right, let's add up 42 plus 14. All right, so 42 plus 14 adds up to what? Well, 4 plus 2 is 6, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So P equals 56, and then we label it with feet. Now, I also want to figure out the area. Because you're working in your notebook, you don't have to erase, but I'm going to need some space. So I'm going to erase this space that had my perimeter information, because I need to figure out my area. So I'm going to erase all the way up to right underneath my perimeter equation, or perimeter formula. And I'm going to write my area equation. A equals L times W. Please make sure you have that in your notebook. Now remember, the area is all the space inside of your rectangle, like on our carpet. Let's go ahead and figure out length times width. So our length is 21 times our width, which is 7. Make sure you have that down, and that equals A. Area. All right, set up 21 times 7 so you can multiply, just like this. All right, let's do our 7 times 1 first, which is 7. Now we will do our 7 times 2, which is 14. So we write our 4 and our 1, 14. Our area is 147. So A equals 147. But since it's area, it can't just be feet. it has to be square feet. So we write FT first for feet. And we put a teeny tiny 2 above that T. Nice job. Let's do another. We're going to clear my board and we're going to draw something else. This time I want you to think about what a bumper sticker is. That big old thing you see on the back of a car, usually has some cool saying. I want you to draw a rectangle that represents a bumper sticker. Cat. All right, thank you to my cat for making me jiggy jog in the corner. Thanks, Tiger, appreciate it. We're going to think about our bumper sticker, and our bumper sticker is 5 inches long. 5 inches long. And we're going to say that it is 6 times as wide as it is long. Let's go ahead and write that equation. I know how long it is. It's 5 inches long. And I'm going to do 6 times as wide. And that should equal the width. That is my equation. 5 inches times 6, because it's 6 times as wide. Well, we all know what 5 times 6 equals, and 5 times 6 is, you guessed it, 30. Now we're going to write our 30 on the side. Now you can tell that my model does not represent what 30 versus 5 would be, because one would definitely be longer than the other, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to have a perfect model. I could have drawn 30 sections this way to make it actually more believable, but we're not going to do that. So let's go ahead and think about perimeter. Remember, perimeter equals length plus width plus width. So let's go ahead and figure that out. Our length we know is 5, so we're going to put 5 plus 5 plus, and our width was 30. We're going to write that twice. If you are not caught up with me, you need to pause in order to catch up. I will be looking for all of this work. So now we're just going to add our pieces up. 5 plus 5 we know is 10. And 30 plus 30 we know is 60. And if we add those two together, we get 70. Nice job. So my P for perimeter equals 70. And my P looks a little like a 2, so I'll try to be a little more careful in this next spot. Nice. And it's inches. And if you remember, perimeter is the outside only. Like in the Secret Service, they guard the perimeter of the president. They don't actually sit on the president. All right, let's go ahead and figure out our area. And I've got a lot of space for this. So let's go ahead and write our equation for area. A equals, hold on, what do you think it is? And that's right, L times W for width. We're going to put our width down, or our length down of 5 underneath our L. And our width, which was 6 times as much, we're going to put down 30 and then bring down our times sign. And then we're going to say equals A. Look at that equation. Because remember, the area is all that space in the middle. It's like I've got a bunch of little boxes in there. All right, let's go ahead and do 30 times 5. 30 times 5. We're going to start with 5 times 0 ones, which is 0. Then we're going to go to 5 times 3 tens, which is 15 tens. We're going to write our 5 first, and then our 1. 15 tens. So our area is 150. That would be like 150 little boxes in that rectangle. But it's not just 150. We're going to label it with inches squared because it's the area, a little tiny 2. We want to make sure that it is squared because that means we multiplied 2 digits. All right, your problem set looks a little weird with a crazy rectangle. Don't worry about using that rectangle, just make your own. Good luck, find a partner.